my bad, got a little distracted. Alright, so, man, there's so much. I didn't want to say nothing, but I really didn't like how you disrespected the newly elected trustee. But what I want to say is it's clear that you got questionable spending habits, you got a failed business venture, your restaurant was deemed nasty, and it's proven while you talking about her education, we can't even verify yours. But since you sold for women, I really already knew by the way you handled Fania. But for you to sit up here and disparage that woman after giving her that fake ass congratulations in the beginning because you thought you was gonna get what you wanted. Here's the thing, I want to educate you. Stephanie Wiedemann is a 20-year employee, and ain't none of her business ventures ever failed. On top of that, she serves as a chief of staff, and she didn't fuck her way to the top. She's efficient in budgets and don't hide her deeds. She is efficient in organization. She served as a temporary interim executive director for the Dalton Park District until she stepped aside to help her daughter become something you'll never be, which is a married woman. And her daughter moved away to Texas, and when her daughter moved away to Texas, she went to help her daughter, but I done heard about 4 or 5 people tell me how they had to take care of yours. And so while you've been a half-ass mayor, but if you wanted to get up here and earn some respect, then you should have been able to respond to Lori Lightfoot's report about credit cards. You want to talk about them not coming to work, but we've been hearing about what you've been doing while you've been at work, and I'm going to give away the rest of my time because I think on behalf of the Black Cookout Association that we would rather take a vote that we're going to exchange your black ass for Stephanie to be the new member of Congress. So all those in favor say, all those against it say nay, all those in favor say aye. You gone, bitch.
No shit. You stay over here. Don't go that way yet. You stay over there.
Yo. Oh my God. All the people that be telling me about how be kicking another black man and keeping another black man down. All the people that be hopping in my comments talking about how how I need to show support for the black man and how I don't need to attack my own culture. What y'all got to say about this? What y'all think about this right here? Where y'all at now? All the people that show up to my comments, right? All the people that show up to the comment section talking crazy about how I need to watch my mouth when I'm talking about my own kinfolk, my skin folk. What y'all think about this? Don't worry about it. We're going to get into it.
Good evening, I'm Allison Rosati.
And I'm Stephen Holt. It's good to be with you at 10 o'clock. So Thornton Township looked like it was ready to get back to business tonight after a recent government shutdown. But then a brawl broke out.
Yes, this happened during the first board meeting with a new board member. NBC5's Regina Waldrop with the very latest.
This was a heated meeting from the beginning with Tiffany Henyard's boyfriend put on administrative leave. But when someone in the audience called her a name, that's when things got out of control.
You gone.
This happened right after a community activist called Tiffany Henyard an expletive. A fight erupting in the back of the room. Fists, kicks, people jumping on top of tables, monitors smashed. Henyard and her boyfriend in the middle of the melee.
Everything, it was scary, it was horrible. That's an embarrassment.
It should have never come to blows, and Tiffany should have never got involved.
It was the public comment portion of Tuesday's Thornton Township board meeting. Earlier in the evening, the room erupted with applause.
To put Kamal Woods and William Moore on administrative leave.
When the board came back from closed session with the announcement that Henyard's boyfriend, Kamal Woods, who runs the township's at-risk youth program, and William Moore, another employee, would both be put on paid administrative leave immediately.
I don't understand why they're on leave with pay, because essentially nothing changes for them, because they've been doing the same thing.
The board also approved an independent investigator and/or forensic auditor to look into the use of certain grant money and possible township funds related to the at-risk youth program and the outreach department. Henyard called it political retaliation. She's threatening a lawsuit.
Oh, I'm so happy, y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for the lawsuit. But anyway, it is a motion. You know it.
Now, police were here all the time, and they did escort a large group outside, but it's unclear right now if anyone was taken into custody or arrested. Reporting from South Holland, I'm Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
Meanwhile, Thornton Township has a new trustee. Residents gathered last night to pick a replacement for one trustee who had resigned last year. And as Regina Waldrop reports, she's hoping to break through the ongoing board stalemate.
From Thornton Township employee to trustee. After last night?
Invigorated. I feel great. It was very positive to see the residents come out, to see that there was unity, that it was peaceful, and that the residents had their voice, and that was heard, and it was an amazing evening.
Voters chose Stephanie Wiedemann to replace trustee Gerald Jones, who resigned last year from the post. Wiedemann assumes the position as the township works through a number of issues. Trustees Chris Gonzalez and Carmen Carlisle have boycotted or walked out on most board meetings, refusing to play a part in what they call political games carried out by Supervisor and Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Henyard filed a lawsuit against the two trustees last week over their absences and has blamed them for the township losing insurance coverage and laying off employees. The township has also closed the main office and some services halted due to an ongoing lapse in the insurance. Wiedemann says she's ready to get to work and focus on solutions.
Absolutely. Of course, we have, priority of checklists, the insurance being no.
Her off the ballot was illegal. NBC5's Regina Waldrop has been following this case very closely for a very long time. She joins us now with details. Regina.
Marion, it is official. Tiffany Henyard is off the ballot for Thornton Township Supervisor, a role she was appointed to in 2022. Now, today, a Cook County judge ruled she didn't file her lawsuit properly, and he dismissed it without prejudice, meaning she cannot refile. So I want to take you back to the scene December 3rd, and that is when Tiffany Henyard was thrown off the ballot. It was a packed and raucous meeting with an overfull crowd waiting outside. At that time, Henyard called it unfair and illegal. She said none of her supporters were let in to cast a vote. Now, we spoke to elections expert attorney Bert Odelson, who tells us the caucus was legal, and also a Thornton Township resident who says it might have been legal, but it might not have been ethical.
The funny thing is, for anybody that knows that I've been somewhat following and reporting on this Tiffany Henyard situation, and she has been wreaking havoc in the city of Dalton for quite some time. And so this is just really just the hens coming home to roost. Honestly, that's what this is. But what's even more interesting is the fact that they just said that she tried to file suit. She tried to file a suit, and the suit ended up getting thrown out because she didn't file it properly. So you didn't even know, or you weren't even advised on how to file your suit while you were sitting up here worried about talking about what rules have been broken. And the judge automatically throws your shit out. So that's a $200,000+ job that you have lost, which means them little mink fur coats that you was walking around with and all the jewelry that you was getting for your dog to take pictures with your dog. And all of the other fancy shit that you were spending money on, flights to Vegas and expensive trips and expensive hotel rooms and all of that goofy shit that she was doing over there. It just really goes to show that the minute that she got power and the minute that she was appointed into her position, the only thing that she ever cared about was her ability to misuse the city's funds. That's it. That's all. From the jump, her mission, as soon as she was elected, all she saw was dollar bills, y'all. That's it. This meeting erupting like this is honestly, listen, it's ghetto, it's trashy. It's one of the reasons that we are not respected as a community, because we do shit like that. That should have never happened. As much as you don't like, Tiffany, as much as I don't like Tiffany Henyard, I still believe that shouldn't have happened, right? There was a lot of things that was said in that meeting. Matter of fact, I'm about to try to find the clip so we can go over it, just so you can see how egregious it was for the dude that ended up fighting her boyfriend and how greasy he was talking. He was talking to her like she owed him money. Well, he's a citizen of Dalton, so she probably does owe him money. But he was talking to her like she was a yamp from the streets. He was talking to her like she was just a project chick that he had bust down or something. It was nasty. It was nasty. It was foul. It was very rude. Now, don't get me wrong, because I absolutely believe that all of this that's happening is nothing but a reflection on her leadership. Yeah, let me say that again. Everything that's happening right now in Thornton Township is a direct reflection of her poor leadership. I told y'all about my city, Detroit, and we had Kwame Kilpatrick running around. And as soon as he started running around cutting up, because he did the same thing she did, just in a different way, right? But he ended up with all types of charges being brought up on him, right? Investigations galore, blowing through the cities and the taxpayers' dollars. He was throwing parties at the Manugian Mansion, which is the residence of the city mayor here. It was out of hand. It was crazy. And this was a man who had the city in the palm of his hand because he was a young black American man who was coming up, grew up in the inner city. He had the respect of both. See, he had the privilege of having the respect of both the youth because of his age and where he grew up, and he had the respect of the elders of the community because they respected him because he was a young black man and they had watched him grow up. So he had all of he had the city in the palm of his hand, y'all. But we gonna use an old adage here from from Marvel Spider-Man, with great power comes great fucking responsibility. And if you irresponsible as hell with money, then you are going to fail. And that's what's happening. It's the same story over here with Tiffany Henyard. Same story over here with Tiffany Henyard that happened with Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick here. It's the same thing. As soon as they got their hands on some money, as soon as they saw how they could finagle, wiggle their way around, and use the taxpayer dollars to fund their lifestyle, it was game over. And so what happened? The city turned against you. It's the same thing that happened here. The city turned against Kwame Kilpatrick. After they found out that all the egregious shit that he was doing behind closed doors, the city turned on him. And now you're watching it. See, we didn't have all this media back then when Kwame was doing it. But now, because we live in the digital media age, you're getting to see it all play out in the public eye. That's all that's happening. The hens have come home to roost. Get her up out of there. Pack her up. You did with your time what you wanted to do. I hope you accomplished everything you thought that you would. Because you getting packed up. They threw your little bullshit case out that you tried to file against them, against the caucus. They are ready. They're saying everything about this is saying we want you gone. Pack you up, get you up out of here. That's what's happening.
I think that they used some plays out of Tiffany Henyard's own playbook. They booked a venue that was too small to hold everyone who wanted to attend. They seated their own supporters early.
Were there, conducted the caucus.
You heard what he just said? He said they took a page straight from her playbook. See, she gave him the playbook. Turnabout is fair play. Oh, when the pieces get on the board and the other people see how you use your pieces, don't get mad when they do the same thing to you. You just got to be one step ahead. She wasn't ready. She wasn't one. She's not as smart. She wasn't as smart as she thought she was, is what happened. That's exactly what happened. And what he just said is exactly right. They just did to Tiffany Henyard what Tiffany Henyard was doing to the council. The same grimy, dirty tactics that she was using to make sure that the venues only had the people that would support her, all they did was flip the script. Oh, we could do that too, baby.
It was done legally. Even a properly filed objection wouldn't have stood. So she's done.
Tiffany Henyard's only option now is to be a write-in candidate in Thornton Township's April 1st election. Now, today's court ruling in no way impacts her role as Dalton mayor. She remains the Democratic nominee in that contest, but she also is facing a number of lawsuits and financial investigations. Next Monday evening, former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot will release her second report on financials at a public meeting at the Dalton Park District. And we've reached out to Tiffany Henyard's attorney, but we have yet to hear back. Stefan?
A lot of people on the edge of their seats waiting to see what's in that report.
Let's get to it, matter of factly. Let me see if I can get to some of the things that Lori Lightfoot. Y'all know Lori Lightfoot. She's a person that doesn't have the greatest reputation herself, but I have to say that in terms of delving into the financials and the finances of the city of Dalton and figuring shit out and figuring out where money was spent, where it was going, who was spending what, and who authorized what, she has done a phenomenal job. Tiffany Henyard hated to see her coming because she has done a phenomenal job. Let's see if we can capture some of this.
The government didn't step in.
Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot said she used witness testimony, emails, and other documents for her probe. With no subpoena power, she says she ran into some challenges, but still managed to get the job done. Henyard didn't attend the meeting.
We were tasked with looking into irregularities, allegations of irregularities regarding financial mismanagement.
Some of her key findings: credit card expenditures never approved, no receipts, more than $170,000 in travel-related costs, $51,000 spent at area restaurants, more than $218,000 for Amazon purchases, and almost $50,000 in supplies for the village's skating rink.
There is no tracking system for what happened to them after they arrived here.
As for litigation, 48 separate lawsuits filed against the village, 12 for FOIA violations. And regarding Vegas, Lightfoot says no business opportunities came to the village as a result of 2 trips taken there. She also says the mayor's ex-assistant, who said she was assaulted by a trustee on a trip in 2023, didn't cooperate with her investigation, nor did any other key witnesses. As for the federal investigation, well, Lightfoot says she doubts anything will happen before next month's election. She also touched on the new administration.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about the new administration. I don't think that they seem to be doing lots across the country and not really focus on the village of Dalton.
It's over. In a nutshell, at the end of the day, this is the take home. This is the takeaway. It's over. Come April, they're about to get Tiffany Henyard's ass up out of there, pack her up, send her on her way, and her political career will be done. She will not get another chance to do anything politically. She will end up having to go and probably fill out an application at the local Walmart. Good luck with that. Let us know how it goes. Also, you Negroes spent over $50,000 on eating good. Y'all spent $50,000 in 1 year. Y'all spent $50,000 at a restaurant. Man, listen. Hey, I don't agree with the way they went about doing everything that they did, but guess what? You had it coming, baby girl. You spent $50,000 worth of the taxpayers' monies at restaurants. Are you fucking kidding me? Get her ass up out of here. Y'all let me know what y'all see, what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.